A warm welcome to you and thank you for joining us today on the Super Eagles Watch podcast powered by Hotsports, the official media partners of the Super Eagles. The name is Victor Godfrey in the company of the Hot Man, talking about Olawale Adegun and of course Babajide Guerrero. Now guys, yesterday's game last night was interesting. Congratulations to the Super Eagles.
We were not yesterday.
Wait now. I never even talked with I want to talk. Okay, we qualified to the next round.
Yes.
Right, and it was a tedious performance against the Wild Dogs. Nobody's backing today. Of Guinea-Bissau. But on the positive, we're all wearing the same jersey like they did, yesterday.
Maybe it was that the jersey even brought bad luck.
But we won. I thought the jersey makes us lose.
Yes, yeah, but sometimes when you win, you feel like a loss. Sometimes it's on a lighter mood. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to downplay what it means. It was
a very, very. It wasn't. I don't know. It was
funny.
We were poor against the poorest team in Group A.
That's what I said, on the lighter mood. Yes, indeed. I mean, when you now consider the fact that Côte d'Ivoire were playing at the same time, and it was an absolute demolition job.
It was remarkable that what happened to
they were shellacked.
So exactly. Whatever that means. So it was back to back. Equatorial Guinea scored put 4 goals past the team that we scored. We didn't get a shot on target.
Yeah.
We qualified. We won the game by not even getting a shot on target.
In fact, there are 3 goals. One has been an own goal. The other has been from the penalty spot. And the other
has been a nodding by Victor Osimhen.
So let's talk about the changes made by the managers.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
Too many changes. Too many changes. I don't know if it's a case of someone would say that there are too many cooks, blah blah. I don't know if it's a case of too many cooks or whatever.
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
But we made too many changes in the personnel, in the tactics. See, styles make fights, like they say in boxing, right?
Yeah.
And I thought that going to the Guinea-Bissau game, again, we needed to win. Again, we needed to score goals because of our goal difference. The outlook tactically will have been maybe a 4-3-3, which is much more attacking. I'm surprised that the man I gave credit to, Jose Pizarro, stayed with 3 at the back, which ensured that we are even respecting the Wild Dogs. I'm tempted not to back once again.
No, please don't.
And I mean, when you set up that way, that means you're telling your opponent that, hey, we respect you, come at us.
Yeah.
And that was what the Guinea-Bissau side did.
I was very, very surprised by the tactical approach. Very surprised, very pained as well. We should not be showing Guinea-Bissau respect in any way.
I mean, these guys were dominating possession against us.
Yes, they were.
Actually, at the end of the game, they had more possession.
So
they just edged it beyond the Super Eagles. Yeah.
You are playing 3-4-3 against Guinea-Bissau, who had nothing to fight for. And meanwhile, you had to fight because guess what? It's very possible that if we had gotten goals in the first half, the result of the Equatorial Guinea game could have been different. Yeah, because it's possible they'd be like, okay, they've scored 2 goals. Oh, can we match them now psychologically? XYZ. It's very possible for us to not be able to score this one. But they're hearing feeders from the other field. No goal. Wow, we scored 1. No goal still. We scored 2. No goal still. They scored 3. They put 4 past Côte d'Ivoire. And we were absolutely bonkers against Guinea-Bissau.
Let's talk about individual performances.
Before we talk about individual performances, Pizarro also has to explain, did he rest players or he made changes? Because I can't understand why Alex Iwobi hasn't started.
He came in later.
Didn't start.
He came in later.
And Ayet to second probably had a knock, and Kenneth Omero had to come in.
But Kenneth Omero had a good game.
Yeah. Why did Zaidu Sanusi not start at left back? Because you could have played a flat 4. I know at right back.
And have an extra man in the middle.
Yeah, and everybody's happy.
It is Guinea-Bissau. We should be beating Guinea. And no disrespect.
Was that scratching?
I hate that thing they say there's no minnows in football. There are minnows in football.
Actually, I agree with you.
There are still minnows in football.
Yeah.
Yes, we understand when they say there are no minnows in football. It means that when you don't come on your A game, you get whoop. It's good. But it is Guinea-Bissau. I sat in this chair very confident going into that game. And I was still very confident in the first 2 minutes because it wasn't in the 30 seconds, Alaino was already through on the side and was going to whip in the cross. I was like, okay, today's going to be bloodbath. But there was no shot on target. It was absolutely disturbing.
Well, just to add to what you just said, Babajide, there was actually 1 shot on target.
Ole.
Come on, guys. Okay, you know what?
We had 1 shot on target
trying to achieve a very, very lukewarm Mexican wave in the studio. We'll just check out Fly on the Wall.
Get a 100% bonus when you recharge your MTN line with your Momo account. Download the Momo app now or dial *671# to enjoy. get a 100% bonus when you recharge your MTN line with your Momo account. Download the Momo app now or dial *671# to enjoy.
Welcome back to the Super Eagles Watch podcast. I've said this so many times. We have too much fun on this show. We really do. Victor Godfrey, the company of the Hot Man, talking about Olawale Adigun. And
Every time you say
Hope
that.
the fun rubs off on you.
Every time it's
Again, another inside joke that you most likely wouldn't get. Thanks to this man.
Hey guys, when this show eventually, when the biggest sporting fiesta on the African continent is done, we'll actually miss those inside jokes.
We have to have like
know
we need a bureau of some sort. Okay, but let's get back to. I'm glad we're in good spirits now because the game yesterday wasn't the best. But I'm trying to be positive. But very, very quickly, the permutations for our potential opponents in the next round. You have three big teams. And when I say big, because one of them beat us pre-tournament, and that was Guinea. But you have defending champion Senegal and 5-time champions, and our nemesis that seem to love playing us in white.
Yeah.
The Cameroonians.
So we heard that there's a potential that we play the second place team in that group.
And that's Group C, by the way.
Yeah, that group has Senegal topping the table already. Teranga Lions, as expected.
And they are true, by the way.
Indeed, they are Lions, and they are rowing really hard. And then closely following will be Cameroon or Guinea. Personally, I mean, judging by our history and our lack of strength in that particular fixture, I think we should. Any form of Cameroonian is a problem. Any form of.
And it's got good news. I think we beat Cameroon last time.
Yeah, indeed. At Africa's biggest football fiesta, I remember us also whooping them. Nwakokwana and John Otaka.
2019,
we're wearing white as well in that particular game.
We did.
We beat them in 19 as well.
2019, yes, 3-2.
Yeah.
So Andrew Onana was in goal. A younger Andrew Onana, by the way.
And maybe it was better then. Because the one that we know now is
not generous.
He's not very generous, very liberal guy. Everything goes.
But you don't want to face Cameroon.
Yeah, you don't want to face
because
Cameroon.
of the history.
So
Guinea beat you pre-tournament, and that's some psychological boost.
But we just say it's a friendly match there.
But see, once you get to knockout stage, it's a different ballgame.
And plus that that level of, yes, you can play to God all you want. You do need a good left charm as well. God I beg. They say don't green for anybody, and Cameroon has really not been green for us, to be honest. Over the years, they've taken out how many?
3.
How many gongs from us now? 3. They're taking 3 from us. So imagine if we are taking
88 and
2000. I was in the stadium right there in Surulere, with that very infamous penalty by who.
Victor Faber.
Right. Yes, you. Finally.
It wasn't me.
Finally, Victor Ikpeba. Victor, you. Right, but I think I'd rather avoid Cameroon. No disrespect to the Guineans, but I'll take Guinea. Even though they're a very tactical side, what they lack in
star power,
they have in grit and ability to graft most of the time. So I think I'll take the Guineans.
Now let's finally, very, very quickly, let's talk about individual performances now. Which players need to improve ASAP? We don't have time.
Number 1, Victor Osimhen. I'm calling you out, Victor James Osimhen. I mean, you're Africa's best player. You've got a couple of chances in this tournament. You need to be scoring them. And I thought the Guinea-Bissau game was going to be like a practice session for him. But he didn't come through once again. And when you get to round of 16, when you miss your margin for error reduces drastically. Yeah. It needs to improve. Moses Simon has to improve also. The only bright spot he had in that game was because he had a hand in the own goal. Aside from that, it was 0. Joe Aribo has no business starting in that team. Those are my talking points, or those are the players I think need to really improve going into round of 16.
Olaino needs a statue down. Other than ever, he needs a statue in this tournament. It's been absolutely fantastic.
I think he's been our best player.
Olaino has been Nigeria's best player, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Olaino needs a statue. Dear Joe Aribo, I'm not one to put players down because I know I'm not a professional footballer, but I do think it's nice enough to also put your back into it. List your socks and want to play.
Maybe he's lacking confidence.
Make an effort.
Because Joe Aribo, when he's actually flying high at Rangers, he's a very adventurous player. But today he was so strange.
The truth is, a lot of those players struggled in the system because they were receiving the balls in strange positions. Yeah. Sam was receiving the ball in the center of the pitch. He doesn't dwell. He plays more wide. When Simon was receiving the ball in the middle of the pitch, he doesn't know what to do with it.
Definitely.
Victor Osimhen thrives when the crosses come in.
But the crosses did come in.
That's why Wally was saying that he needs more. And I also, still going on, I think Victor Osimhen, whatever it is that is wrong, my man, keep it away. You say you're not under pressure, but that right there looks like man who is absolutely soaked.
Feeling the weight.
He's feeling the weight of that African, maybe not the weight of the African Footballer of the Year gong, but the weight of the tournament is getting to him. Moses Simon, I already say you're a very coachable player, but sometimes you make me want to bite my words. Samuel Chukwueze, I beg you, please.
The sentiment was that we went into this tournament being top heavy.
Yeah.
So, okay, we are top heavy. Let's deliver on the top heavy.
Talking about delivering, we obviously are top heavy in terms of our acumen up here, top heavy. So obviously here the Hotmen are giving up, their thoughts and the statistics. One thing we should also add to this, man, is that the Nigerian team, each time we came second in 1994 and 2013 in our group, we went on to win the competition.
Dream on,
the omens are looking good for us, guys. The
on,
omens are looking good for us. Also to add to your statement, Wale, whereby we actually not be very potent in front of goal. The league, the group leaders scored 9, and they have the top scorer with 5, by the way. And of course, we only had 3, 1 penalty, 1 on goal, and 1 out of open play.
I mean, it feels like that draw against Equatorial Guinea
was our best performance, right?
It's feeling like that, actually.
Get a 100% bonus when you recharge your MTN line with your Momo account. Download the Momo app now or dial *671# to enjoy.
Like you mentioned, in football, everybody wants to beat Nigeria, the Super Eagles. So it's not that easy, we as a players, because whenever we step into that pitch, no matter how many we score an opponent, it doesn't matter. But whenever they win us, it matters. So definitely we have to add another extra work so that we can win more games. But as you can see, everybody that want to play against Super Eagles want to beat Nigeria. So it's not that easy. There's no any easy game right now.
This has been an incredible podcast. A big thanks to the Hot Men. Guys, final take. I know we're a bit disappointed from performances last night, but any last positives, very, very briefly, Wale?
Yeah, I like the fact that in the second half we stepped it up a bit. Yeah, I thought the first half was the poorest we've played in this competition, but in the second half, we came to the party. Alex Iwobi came in and brought a bit of creativity as well, which is really good. I mean, it means that is definitely going to start the next game.
He has to.
Kenneth Umura had a good game too. So if True Second is not fit enough for that game, I'm sure we've got a leader and a guy who can organize from the back. Aside from that, not much.
Jide.
I do think that tournament football sometimes is not about how well you play. It's about what you can do, where you can win.
Get
you can win. We've seen teams play shitty football, for the lack of a better word. They've been absolutely appalling to watch. And they all go, remember Greece?
Greece!
2004. 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0.
Yeah.
Basaketas,
Zagurakis, Angelos Karistias,
and Kirijakos, all those players, they look at Karistias especially, just cross one ball, not go. That's all. We saw that in that Super Eagles thing, but I like the fact that they were still able to keep themselves in it. That may be a positive, but let's just hope as Nigerians and patriotic Nigerians that what we saw last night would be the worst of the Super Eagles at this tournament. So I'm hopeful for our game come Saturday, and I say soar, Eagles soar.
All right, soar, Eagles soar indeed. Now, remember, you can be a part of the conversation on social media. Every single platform out there possible. Let's know your thoughts. The Super Eagles of Nigeria are through to the next round. Are you excited? Are you looking forward to the next game? Let me say Victor Godfrey in the company again of the Hot Men. Until next time, be good, be safe, and like Jide said, hopefully the Super Eagles will soar so high in the next game.